are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. So you just arrived from?
Where were we?
It's a test.
Manchester, UK.
Okay. So it's a little cold over here, so I immediately apologize as a Portuguese
It was
person.
cold in Manchester.
Oh, so it's no. So you're keeping.
Sweatshirts. We're ready to
keeping
go.
Keeping in town. It was the 25th anniversary of Exile in Guyville, so you've been basically focused on that?
Yes, we started with a sort of stripped-down tour with just two of us, me and another guitar player, so we could play some of the really, because the box set that we put out for the 25th anniversary called From Girly Sound to Guyville comprised my really early juvenile work that was just me and a guitar. So we wanted to do a tour initially that was sort of reminiscent of that, play all those weird songs that I wrote when I was 18, and then we sort of grew into a full band tour toward the fall, and then now we're doing both. We're doing a little bit of the duo set to kind of, make the girly sound stuff come to life, and then the big band sound, as we will do tonight, to bring the rest of my catalog to the front.
Which has always kind of been your not vision, I would say, but maybe your vision for the songs to have a full band, right?
Yes, I think in my mind I always heard the band. I didn't have a band then. I didn't know I was even going to be working in music when I made that stuff. I was a visual artist at that point.
What was the tiniest arrangement that you've ever had? Just you and the guitar, or just maybe you and a triangle, maybe?
No, me and the kazoo. There was a whole album that was just kazoo. Nah, the record label wouldn't put it out, but I made it with a lot of love and a dedication.
Where is it? Please put it up on Spotify or something.
Actually, it's in the Victoria and Albert Museum in London.
So it's one of the rare kazoo category.
Yes. I want to compete in the international kazoo category, but you have to have put out a kazoo record in the last year to actually compete. But
in the last year. So kazoo artists need to put out
Orange Prize. You have to be relevant within the 12 months previous.
So if you want to stay relevant, like you have to put out a kazoo record every year.
Yeah, well, to really be competitive in the field.
Exactly. It's
a lot of lung capacity.
It's a dog-eat-dog market.
It is.
The kazoo market.
You want to get into it. I can see it in your eyes. When I meet a fellow person that aspires to the kazoo, there's this light that comes in like, can I do that? I've been just a home kazoo player, but now you can see you can take it professional.
That's true.
Yeah, I hope to see you out on the circuit.
I'm very proficient in the kazoo areas. But do you know you have to aspire to be a kazoo artist and also inspire, really?
Well, I mean, inspiring, that's how I came to it, Mr. Frederick Schmulders of Newbury Lane was what when I stumbled across his catalog, it really blew me away. He can do split octaves on the kazoo. I mean, he's light years. I would give anything to open for Mr. Frederick Schmulders.
And split octaves. This is
writing him, and he asked me not to write him any further. But
I mean, split octaves even for singers is extremely rare.
Right. So on the kazoo, you should hear it though. It's transcendent. It's like a religious experience.
And
you feel it. You feel it. It rattles through your bones. There's a harmonic. It starts to become phasic. Those bridges that begin to twist when the vibration hits a certain frequency. That's what he can do. I mean, whoo, wow.
And the thing, the whole resonance is just like mind-blowing.
The resonance.
Yeah, the resonance of the kazoo. And plus it's gorgeous.
It cured me of a skin tag. I had a skin tag on my arm and it just fell off after his concert.
What's the thing with kazoos?
That's also in the Victoria and Albert Museum. skin tag is there. With
Formaldehyde, I hope.
Yes, of course. We want it to last.
Good things need to last. So, keeping your memories and your skin tags and your scabs, maybe even. Who knows? Like a bucket of scabs from the kazoo injuries that happened when you. The thing with the kazoos is like the kazoo can literally like blow someone away. So they won't get very far. Like.
And that's it. Yeah. It's a self-defense. It's a self-defense.
Self-kazoo.
Actually, it would be very frightening to a criminal if you suddenly started, split octave kazoo playing. That would it would make them step back, I think. I think you'd have a 3-second chance to run. I don't know if you'd get very far, but...
It's pretty startling. I can imagine. My kazoo experience.
If you play it, I don't know if you know this, but if you play it in a lake, maybe there's not a lot of activity, if there's no boats on the lake, if you play it by the side of a lake, the fish will actually gather. Oh. They gather because it helps get rid of the parasites on their body, like the vibration, the frequency, and so you'll see you can really gather like a lot of fish with kazoo. It's hard to catch them once you have them.
Not Phish the band, not Phish the band.
No, Phish the band.
Phish the band.
Yeah.
So Anastasio was like in a pond. And
yeah, he's looking up at me with his glasses.
So it's a sermon to Phish.
Kind of cross-eyed, and like he doesn't start playing, but
cross-eyed?
Well, when the kazoo's playing, it makes him cross-eyed.
He's like, I can do my Anastasio impression of.
I don't know if a lot of people know this, but that's what they do when they're off season. When they're not touring, they're in that lake.
They're in that lake, listening to kazoos and going bug-eyed.
Yeah.
Because Anastasio's eye will go.
You can bring some breadcrumbs too, or actually some mushrooms. You can just sprinkle it in the water, and they dose themselves.
They dose themselves. Yeah, Phish, I guess. I mean, they can do whatever they want, but yes, I think they do dose themselves.
I think they might.
For fun purposes.
Of course. I mean, for very serious business purposes too.
Especially and the fans.
Guides, they have to connect. They have to connect with the spirit.
Phish are the band is spirit.
When you're on the mushrooms, then you can connect. You have a direct line with your spirit guide, and otherwise they don't show up on stage, and that's the audience's loss.
I'm laughing, but this is very serious business.
Yeah, well, for Phish it is.
For Phish it is, yeah. It is literally a business.
Apparently, Colorado, a state in the U.S., it is now literally business.
Yes, and I heard 2 days ago, I'm dating this with California.
California? No, they didn't.
Yes,
they legalized mushrooms?
They legalized mushrooms.
You're kidding. Oregon.
No, California is the second state.
I would know about that. I live in California.
But it was yesterday?
It
was on my phone.
I am out of the country.
So are we? I think
it's going to hell. I better get back.
Portugal has legalized drugs, always. In the past, for all drugs, I mean, not always. For the past 15 years. Maybe?
On a serious note, that's very smart.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. I saw this because I live here, but I saw someone, a specialist, drugs and mental health specialist, talking about this on Rogan, on which we were as well. So, and which I probably got from YouTube because I saw your episode. So probably, so you would watch, you know how YouTube works. You watch one thing and it's all that, So it was good. It's good information. So they were speaking about the Portuguese case actually. So it's true. It's very true. Very positive.
When did you guys legalize all?
This was I think 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe. Yeah, I think so.
HIV rates down the drain.
Yeah, absolutely.
ODs down the drain.
I totally believe in that. I agree with that 1,000%.
And there's a Swiss experiment as well, on which it was based on, heroin rates just dropped in society. This is really positive.
Well, because you're stopping the illegal industry from thriving, and that brings a lot of violence and incarceration of people that were arrested for minor carrying charges. Mm-hmm. They need to get them out of the prison system.
Well,
while we were on, because I saw something on Rogan that you spoke about ball electricity, ball lightning. I'm sorry, ball lightning, and on stratford-on-guy, you have like this. You mentioned that the Earth looks like an electrical ball. Is it the same thing? And you're in a flight.
Oh, you mean in the song in Stratford-on-Guy?
Like, this is,
Interesting. No, it's a different thing. It's sort of the way at night, the way you can see the grid of the city with the street lights. It just makes it look like Earth underneath the crust is electrified, and it's beaming out from these avenues and streets.
But it wasn't a ball lightning.
An orbiting ball lightning of the sun. You never know. I mean, when I'm on Rogan, I start to believe stuff that I don't normally believe.
So he'll go on. And also, by the way, on because we're kind of short on time because Liz has to go play, and I'm speaking to viewers at the moment.
Spirit guide.
Yes, spirit guide. One of my favorite subjects is spirit animals.
Oh.
Do you have one?
Not that I know of, but I mean, I'm a Harry Potter fan, so I'm very excited to have a...
Which school are you?
I know. What is my patronus? I don't know, but my parents who just moved into a retirement community, when they were cleaning out their house, they found a wand that my father had made when he was little. So I now have this like wand of my father's childhood, and I'm walking around the house sort of, it's wonderful. I can't tell if I'm a conductor or if I'm actually going to do some magic, but I'm very excited to find out. I'll let you know.
It has a movie. It's
That's a
difficult
difficult spell to master. You have to really mean it. I don't think I'm not right up. I'm working on the kazoo. I have most of my free time is really...
There's a movie about that, which is I'm cutting you off to do terribly poor wordplay, but like there's a movie about that, which is Phish, the band, called Wand.
It's over. This is over.
Thank you so much.
Wrap it.
Thank you so much. You mentioned on Rogan that you used to watch Mr. Show, and we're very big on comedy as well. So, what are you currently watching?
Fleabag. Do you know Fleabag?
No, I haven't heard. Who's on it? Who's
God. Phoebe. Is it Waller-Bridges or Bridges-Waller? Waller-Bridges. Phoebe Waller-Bridges. British. Check it out. Fleabag.
Fantastic.
It's amazing. It reminds me of all the sort of inner thoughts I have unleashed into the public sphere. She has a way of speaking to the camera when she's having an inner thought, and it's dangerously close to my own inner thoughts. It's great.
So do we almost like immediately. Like we're having mutual like external thoughts.
Oh.
But
do you have a spirit animal?
I do. I possibly. I haven't. I think it's like some sort of jaguar. I think, but maybe that's wishful thinking.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking. You want
no one's
to
a
be
jaguar.
that. That's like saying I was reincarnated and I was Cleopatra.
Really thought exactly, but I haven't really thought it through that much.
What's your spirit animal?
A shark.
Shark?
No, it's a shark. Oh, for sure.
bull shark.
For sure.
Oh, a bull shark. Ooh.
Bull shark, for sure.
I can see you're really passionately connected.
She has a tattoo. Nônô has a tattoo of a bull shark.
I've seen some big sharks in my
boobs.
life. They're very frightening. Have you seen them in real life?
Yeah, I pet one.
You petted a bull shark?
It was a lemon shark, not a bull shark.
No, lady.
But
There's a lot of a difference.
A lot of difference. But
What scares me about sharks, it's the girth. Everyone thinks it's the length, but it's the girth, because it could really just open right up and fit you right in there. No problem.
True.
And your luggage. Your carry-on would fit right in there with absolutely no problem. So if you want to travel by shark, you don't need to pack light.
Travel by shark with your kazoo. And
That's
this is a
how
wrap
I'm
up.
getting home.
Exactly. I hope so.
We have a symbiotic. We have a, what do they call that when like one part of the ecosystem helps each other? I play the kazoo. The shark takes me home. I do have big luggage this time, so I'm hoping, it might need to be a great white, probably. And I play
That's
this
a lot of luggage.
kazoo,
Yeah,
so it loses all of its skin tags on the way to, and I have to go around the Cape Horn because I have to get to California. I don't think they're going to let us through the Panama Canal, but I still have a call-in. I'm on the waiting list.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
kind of like on Smoke. You kind of reference like being on the waiting list.
Oh yeah.
I know stuff.
A lot of people don't know that that's me talking to me. I just pitched my voice down.
No, I knew it was you. One of the two.
No, it's me. Both of those people.
That's weird. That's very curious because I was like, that's I guess an unusual choice for a male voice. So it isn't.
It's not.
So that's because it isn't one.
We turn. If you lower the speed of the recording, you sound lower and lower. So yeah, that's me.
Pitch buttons are very fun.
They are very fun.
Yeah,
I did that on my early work. The girly sound was all pitched up to sound even more young and girlish.
I have the same experience with 4-tracks, like a Fostax 4-track. When I used to do like 4-track demos and stuff like that, pitch buttons are very fun. And I saw you saying that on Fogel Nest, like ages ago when Fogel Nest was a baby. And I was even more of a baby.
I have to stop
Yes,
speaking.
of course.
So if there's something
I would do
else
this
you've got,
all day.
do you want one last?
Made of 3 things.
Made of 3 things. What are 3 things you're made of? This is a new
Love.
thing. Yes. Love.
Hope.
Can we just could you name 3 things that you're made of?
I am made of love, hope, and dreams.
And kazoo.
But it's true.
And a kazoo passion. Thank you so much. This was lovely. Whenever this goes off the rails, I love it.
Scoot over. And then, if you don't mind, a bowl for Roy. There we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.